So, when is a kiss not just a kiss? Well, it's not a kiss if it's not just a kiss if it's revealing a lot about your level of intimacy with your wife. I'm Leslie Dories, creator of the Hero Husband Project and owner of Foundations Coaching. And when you first got together, you probably did a lot of kissing, right? You probably had makeout sessions that if you've been together for a while, you may not be still having. And this can reveal a lot about how closely connected the two of you are. If you already know that intimacy is an issue in your relationship, then I invite you to get in touch with me and have a conversation about what steps you can take to make it better. But kissing can be kind of like the canary in the coal mine. If you and your wife aren't having deep, intimate kisses, I'm not talking about the pecks on the cheek and the pecks on the lips when you come back or when you say goodbye or when you go to bed. Those are good, but those aren't the kind of deep, um, connecting kisses that you probably did when you were first going out. And you may not be taking time to go into a makeout session. But even if you're using kissing as a preliminary to sex, um, you want to make sure that it's actually working because your lips actually have a tremendous number of nerve endings. And since they're on your face, then it's also connected to your other senses, your sense of smell, your sense of taste, your even your vision, right? And your hearing. You're all right there, right up in each other's faces, literally. Okay. So if you and your partner have not been kissing, it's quite possibly due to the fact that one or both of you finds the act of deep kissing truly personal. There's a scene in the movie Pretty Woman where Julia Roberts' character is in bed with Richard Gere's character, or I think she's talking to her friend, and they talk about one of the rules about you don't kiss because kissing is so intimate and so personal, and this is a business transaction. And I'm going to tell you, you don't want to be looking at your wife, or you don't want your wife to be looking at you and have it seem like it's a business, like sex is a business transaction. Because let me tell you, if that's what's happening, you guys are probably not in the best place outside of the relationship. So if you want to reintroduce kissing into your relationship, don't just grab your wife and plant a big wet one on her. Um, Take your time. Start slow, start gentle, start with light touching. The Eskimos actually don't rub noses. What they actually do is they just get close to each other and inhale the other person's scent, which also means that if you're going to get involved in kissing, you really want to make sure that you have good breath. Because I'm going to tell you, that's going to turn one of you, whichever one of you does not have good breath, it's going to make that deep, intimate kissing much more challenging. Because this, by the way, the sense of smell is actually our strongest sense. But the lips have so many sensitive nerve endings. And from the time we're babies, they become associated with positive feelings, because this is the way babies eat, right? And so, and their parents kiss them all the time. And so it becomes this connection to this very positive interaction. And you want to be having that positive interaction with your wife. And so being a good kisser is a way to introduce and build in to that arousal for her, that desire for her. And so I'm going to suggest that you bring kissing back into your relationship. And if you have questions about how to do that, I'm happy to help you out with that. So you can send me an instant message. You can put a comment down in the comment sections below. You can shoot me an email at leslie@foundationscoachingnc.com. That's Lesli. Or you can give me a call. But the thing is that to rebuild intimacy, it's not about doing wild, crazy, dressing up, role playing kind of things. Let's take it back to the very beginning. Let's take it back to something that can be really enjoyable, which is kissing. So hopefully you found this helpful. And if you're interested, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. And until next week, stay loving.